Attention! This is a guidance message for all those who find themselves in moments of uncertainty or transition. Please interrupt your activities for a few minutes and give your complete attention to what will be shared. This guidance has been prepared based on spiritual patterns observed throughout millennia of human experience and aims to help you recognize important signs in your personal journey. If you are hearing this message, you have likely already begun to perceive that something in your life is changing. Perhaps you cannot name exactly what it is, but there is a subtle, almost imperceptible sensation that you are on the threshold of something significant. This is not an accidental feeling. It is an invitation for you to stop, breathe deeply, and pay attention to the signs that the universe has placed on your path. Take a deep breath now. Inhale slowly, hold for 3 seconds, and release the air gently. As you do this, allow yourself to consider the possibility that the challenges you have been facing recently are not random obstacles, but rather careful preparations for something greater that is to come. History is full of examples of people who experienced their greatest transformations exactly after periods of greatest difficulty. Joseph, son of Jacob, experienced this dramatically. The midnight sky was darkest just before his star began to rise. Thrown in a pit by his own brothers, sold into slavery, falsely accused and forgotten in prison. Each setback seemed to push his divine dreams further away. But these were not real obstacles. On a divine roadmap, they served as markers that led directly to the Egyptian throne. You may be closer than you realize to your own breakthrough. Most of us miss the signals that precede life's greatest blessings. We focus on the pain of the present moment, rather than recognizing the pattern of preparation being woven around us. The truth is that God rarely performs miracles without first preparing the ground. David had already fought bears and lions in obscurity before facing Goliath. Moses had lived alone in the wilderness for decades when he faced Pharaoh. These were no coincidences. They were divine training grounds. Breathe again. This time, as you inhale, imagine that you are absorbing not just oxygen, but also clarity. Clarity to see beyond immediate circumstances. As you exhale, release any resistance you may have to accepting that your life is being prepared for something extraordinary. Allow this conscious breathing to open space in your heart, to recognize the spiritual signs that indicate your life is about to take a completely new direction. The first sign is the intensification of challenges. Paradoxically, when you are about to experience a great elevation, it is common for difficulties to seem to multiply. This is not punishment or a sign that you are on the wrong path. It is the universe testing your determination, strengthening your faith, and preparing you to carry greater responsibilities. Like gold that must pass through fire to reveal its purity, you are being refined for something that will require a stronger and wiser version of who you are today. Notice your breathing at this moment. Is it calmer than when you first began listening to this message? This happens because, on some deep level, your soul recognizes truth when it hears it. Your spirit knows that you are not being punished by recent difficulties. You are being prepared. The second sign is a growing sense of isolation or misunderstanding. Frequently, before great transformations, you may feel as if no one truly understands what you are going through. Friends and family may offer advice that does not resonate with you, or they may minimize your dreams and visions. This solitude is not accidental. It is a sacred period of incubation where your new ideas and directions can form without external interference. Moses spent 40 years in the desert before leading the people of Israel. Jesus spent 40 days in the wilderness before beginning his public ministry. Isolation can be painful, but it is also deeply necessary. As you breathe, feel the solidity of the ground beneath your feet. Even though you may feel alone in your journey, you are not disconnected from the universe. You are being sustained by forces that work beyond what your eyes can see. Allow this conscious breathing to connect you with this invisible network of divine support. The third sign is the emergence of vivid dreams and inspiring visions. When God is preparing something great for your life, it is common for your inner world to become more active and revealing. You may begin to have dreams that seem to carry important messages, or you may find yourself daydreaming about possibilities that previously seemed impossible. These are not empty fantasies. They are glimpses of what is being prepared for you. Joseph interpreted dreams that changed the course of history. Daniel had visions that influenced empires. Your own visions and dreams may be more prophetic than you imagine. Breathe deeply and for a moment, allow yourself to dream. Not with fear or hesitation, but with the confidence that the deepest desires of your heart may be aligned with greater divine purposes. What image comes to your mind when you think of your transformed life? Do not dismiss this image. It may be a map of your destiny. The fourth sign is a series of meaningful coincidences or unexpected encounters. When you are on the threshold of a great change, the universe begins to conspire in your favor in ways that defy logic. You meet the right people at the right time, stumble upon opportunities that seem tailor-made for you, or receive information that arrives exactly when you need it most. These synchronicities are not accidents. They are evidence that greater forces are orchestrating your life in ways that your conscious mind cannot fully comprehend. Observe how your breathing has become deeper and more regular. This happens when we align with universal truths. Your body knows how to recognize harmony when it presents itself. Similarly, your soul can learn to recognize synchronicities as signs that you are being guided toward your greater purpose. The fifth sign is a shift in your priorities and values. Things that once seemed important may begin to lose significance, while other aspects of life gain a relevance you did not expect. You may feel less interested in impressing other people and more focused on being authentic with yourself. You may discover that you are naturally distancing yourself from relationships that drain your energy and drawing closer to people who nurture your spiritual growth. This inner reorganization is not a crisis. It is a recalibration, preparing you for a new phase where your actions will be more aligned with your true purpose. Breathe and feel how liberating it is to release what no longer serves. With each exhalation, you can let go of old patterns, expectations that are not yours, and social pressures that limit your growth. With each inhalation, you absorb clarity, authenticity, and courage to be who you are truly called to be. The sixth sign is an increase in your spiritual sensitivity. You may begin to notice subtleties that previously went unperceived. Perhaps you feel more connected to nature, more aware of the energy of people around you, or more receptive to insights and intuitions. This heightened sensitivity is not fragility. It is a more refined antenna, preparing you to receive guidance that will be crucial in your new journey. Prophets and spiritual leaders throughout history developed this sensitivity before receiving their great missions. As you continue breathing consciously, allow this natural sensitivity to expand. Do not be afraid to trust your intuitions. They may be more attuned to reality than you imagine. The seventh and final sign is an inexplicable peace amid uncertainty. Paradoxically, even though your external life may seem chaotic or unstable, you may begin to experience moments of deep calm that do not depend on external circumstances. This peace does not come from the absence of problems, but from the presence of a growing confidence that you are being cared for and guided. It is the same peace that Jesus demonstrated sleeping in a boat during the storm, knowing that greater forces were controlling the final outcome. Breathe this peace now. Allow it to spread from the center of your chest to every cell in your body. Feel how it is possible to be calm even when you do not have all the answers. This peace is a gift, but it is also a sign. It indicates that you are aligning with greater universal flows that always work in your favor. If you have recognized one or several of these signs in your recent life, know that it is not coincidence. You may be on the threshold of receiving something that will transform not only your own existence, but also allow you to positively impact the lives of other people. The difficulties you have faced were not in vain. The isolation you experienced had a purpose. The dreams that visited your heart carry seeds of reality. Continue breathing deeply. With each breath, you connect more deeply with the wisdom that already exists within you. You do not need to force anything to happen. You do not need to desperately strive to deserve the blessings that are coming. You only need to remain open, confident, and aligned with your greater purpose. The universe has perfect timing, Joseph waited years in prison before becoming vice-regent of Egypt. David was anointed king while still a young shepherd, but only assumed the throne many years later. Preparation time is not wasted time. It is time invested in your formation, as someone capable of carrying greater responsibilities and impacting the world in meaningful ways. Breathe one last time, D.